So why would you consider filing for your Social Security benefits at age 62, the earliest possible time? Hi, I'm Doug Ray, president and founder of the Wealth Guardians and the Ray Financial Group.
And I'm Brice Payne, and you've entered The Vault, the Wealth Guardians video series on all things pertaining to retirement planning. In this episode, we're going to discuss your Social Security filing options and why 62 in some cases might make more sense than filing later on. There's these like and subscribe buttons that are always hanging out there down below the screen there. Go ahead and click on those if you're so inclined to catch future episodes of The Vault with Doug, Garrett, and myself. And let's go ahead and get started on this, Doug. Social Security is one of the main forms of income for most people, most retirees out there. You've got pension income for some people. You've got passive income like rental income for some people. You've got investment income for hopefully most people out there. But Social Security applies to almost all of us.
It does.
And once you file, if you've waited 365 days, there's no changing your filing strategy. So this is something that you want to make sure that you're getting right. Recommend that you don't take what we're telling you here today as advice for your specific situation. Recommend that you sit down with a holistic financial planner who is certified with the National Social Security Association, like we are here at the Wealth Guardians, where that financial planner can help you understand your different filing options and help you understand which one might be the most sensible for you and make the most sense for you there. So let's go ahead and get started on this, Doug. Social Security, one of the first reasons that somebody might consider filing at age 62, which is for most people the first age that you can file for Social Security, the earliest age. One of those reasons would be allowing your other investments to grow. Talk about that for a minute.
Sure. In general, we typically recommend filing or delay filing as long as you possibly can because you get those 8% per year delayed credits plus any cost of living adjustments. But one example might be, let's say you have some growth stocks that are doing really well for you, and you want to keep them growing because at some point down the road you're going to have to tap into those growth stocks, sell some of them off, and take some income out of them that way. So taking your Social Security at 62 may make some sense if that's your goal. Also, if those stocks are in a Roth account, they're growing tax-free. And the other thing is, if those stocks or assets are in a non-qualified account, eventually you'll have to pay a capital gains tax on them.
Right.
So that's one reason.
Yeah, so you might want to delay that. So the second reason that we're going to go into here, Doug, is that for those of us who have additional guaranteed income that's inflation protected, say like an annuity or a pension, filing for Social Security at age 62 might be beneficial.
It could be, especially if your big goal, your dream was to retire early, and filing at 62 makes that happen, then I tell everybody, go for it.
Yeah,
that's your dream.
That's what we worked hard for. Most of us have worked hard for all our lives, is to be able to get to retirement. And if we can have that happen earlier, and filing for Social Security earlier allows us to get to that point, then certainly something to consider, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. The third one is having a shorter life expectancy. Now, as holistic financial planners, Doug, we here at the Wealth Guardians always want to plan for our clients living to age 100. Because if they don't live to age 100, at least we've planned for them to do that. We plan for their income. The opposite would be, let's plan for them to live at 90 to 90, and then they live until 94. Then we've got perhaps a problem with the how long the income has lasted. But that doesn't necessarily apply to everybody. There are certain people out there who know, either based on family history or what a doctor has told them, that they are not going to live, unfortunately, as long of a retirement life as they might have wanted to. And if the doctor said, hey, you're probably not going to live past age 80, then that in turn has an impact on what filing strategy might make the most sense for you.
Yeah, we know that the break-even point, in other words, regardless if you turn your benefits on at 62 or wait till 70 or full retirement, that break-even point where you get just as many dollars out of the system for most couples is between 78 and 80. So if you're pretty sure you're not going to make it past 80, then turn your benefits on as soon as possible.
In most cases, that's true, but let's now talk about a second scenario here. your spouse has a much higher benefit than you do, and you're planning on employing what is called the spousal benefit. So this is something else that goes kind of hand in hand with not just filing as late as you can at age 70, but might make sense for us to file earlier. So explain what the spousal benefit is and how that works.
Yeah, so if let's say your spouse at age 67, their full retirement age, has a $4,000 a month benefit, and your age 67 full retirement age benefit is, say, $1,000, then what you might want to do as a strategy is to file for your benefit at 62. You won't get the $1,000. It'll be discounted to about $750. But at least you're collecting that $750 a month plus cost of living adjustments for 5 years. Then once your spouse turns their $4,000 benefit on at 67, then you step up into the spousal benefit, which is $2,000 a month.
And so if that was going to be your plan, was to take your spousal benefit as soon as your spouse filed, and you hadn't filed for your own benefits for the couple of years before that, that's just free money that you're giving away or letting Uncle Sam keep for you.
Absolutely.
It's money that you earned. It's money that you contributed to the Social Security fund, trust fund yourself, that should be coming back to you. So if you're going to file for the spousal benefit, it really, in most cases, wouldn't make any sense for you not to have filed for your own benefit before you turn on spousal benefits.
Exactly.
Okay. And the last one here, Doug, that we'll go over for this episode of The Vault is very easy. You need the income.
Yeah, you might say, duh, that's obvious.
Right.
Well, sadly, it's true. The statistic is that 53% of Americans 65 and older have less than $10,000 set aside for retirement. So if this is you and you need that money, go get it.
Yeah, agreed. Sometimes there's just not a choice there.
That's right.
Don't put yourself into a further financial struggle by delaying your Social Security when it could really help you out now.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to cover it for this episode of The Vault. Again, I'm going to draw your attention to these like and subscribe buttons that are always hanging out there down beneath the screen here. Click on those if you want to catch future episodes of The Vault with Doug Garrett and myself. That's going to wrap it up for this episode of The Vault. I'm Brice Payne.
I'm Doug Ray.
And this has been The Vault.